Alright, in this video we're going to go over another Yang style Taiji movement for this Chinese martial arts poetry series. So this is the 10th video. In this video we're going to be going over needle dives to sea bottom from Yang style Taiji. So the neat thing about this is the poetry tells a story, and the story is meant to inspire you. That's the reason why the poetry is like this in this movement. So first, to describe, I'm going to talk about Taiji in general and the types of movements that it typically does. You usually see Taiji, and the movements are very upright, doing a lot of turning from side to side, up and down, but you don't see a lot of bending forward and then coming back up. But you see it in movements like this with needle dives to sea bottom, or in Chen style Taiji, there's punch the earth. They do exist. So the importance of this is in power going downwards, trying to get power to funnel downwards without being dumb in the way that you put all your force downwards and then you're easily able to be pulled downwards yourself. With the pulling backwards of the hips, I'll show in both the movements. Punch the earth first. You can see my hips go back to counterbalance my movement, because if I only go forward, I'm starting to lose my balance here. So I counteract with my hips to try and get that movement to balance correctly. As well with needle dives to sea bottom. I don't just bend forward, I rotate and pull my hips back in order to get this motion to be correct. Because otherwise, I'm leaning forward here. And with the added foot in front of us here, as I go back, even if someone were to pull on us, we can just solidify that foot into the earth, and then we have something to prevent us from falling forward. So if someone were pulling on us downwards, right? So that's the whole idea with movements that power downwards. Now back to the poetry. So needle dives to sea bottom. This is actually referring to a storybook, a very famous one in China. It's called A Journey to the West. If you've never heard of the book, it's a book about the Monkey King and his journey, as well as his journey to become a little less monkey-like, a little bit more human, a little bit more like Buddha. So in the story, there's the magic staff that he takes, which is actually a pillar that he magics down into size to make it as a staff. And this staff now is something that he can grow and shrink. He can shrink it to the point where it becomes a needle and he puts it behind his ear, or he can grow it massive size to again become that pillar of that giant building. So when he's doing this movement, he's throwing it down to the sea bottom, growing it all the way down. So this poetry, in as much as other poetries in martial arts techniques, they're telling a story. It's not necessarily being you need to do this, but it's telling a story that's meant to inspire you. Because we all have folk tales that we tell to inspire us, or fantasies be like Superman. He's super strong and always helping the weak, right? So in this way, you're trying to envision yourself as Sun Wukong throwing his magic staff downwards. It's not a force that any mortal can resist, because again, in the story, he nearly conquered all of heaven. So it's not exactly a story that you can, or not exactly a force that any mere human can resist. In this way, it's meant to inspire us to really give it our all and inspire our bodies, and both our bodies and minds. And the way that our mind and body works is they're not really two different things. If you think I'm strong, or if you think I'm weak, your body will naturally reflect that. If you always think, oh, I'm so weak, I'm so tired, your body will in turn be very tired and groggy. If you think, oh, I'm gonna have a good day today, you're more likely to have a good day. I mean, mental problems aside from that, depression and all that, but generalized, the more positive you think, the more positive your body will respond. So you're trying to get your body to respond to this, this inspirational story. This is not a force that my opponent can resist. He's going to go down whether he likes it or not. And when the applications video will show the applications for it, you'll understand why there's this movement and why it's an irresistible force against a small joint. So that is needle dives to sea bottom from Yang style Taiji, once again, like so. And then of movement similar in Chen style Taiji, we have punch the earth. All right, see you in the next video.